This is my flight sim setup, and with all the tweaks and upgrades along the way, it's years in the making, and it cost me thousands of dollars. But if I didn't have all this and I was starting from scratch today, I would do something completely different. I would go and buy an Xbox. Now I know this might surprise you because this whole channel and this rig and everything's all built around a PC. But hear me out, there are some good solid reasons why buying an Xbox as your first point of entry might just be a good choice. And I'll even give you one bonus reason that not many people are actually talking about. An Xbox console is considerably cheaper than a PC. By comparison, the PC that runs my rig here is a high-end PC with a 5090 graphics card and pretty much all of the fruit inside of it, and it costs in excess of $5,000 US. We are talking hundreds of dollars versus thousands when we think about console versus PC. That's a huge difference, especially if you are not sure if this hobby is for you yet. The Xbox is plug and play, true plug and play. You unbox it, connect it to your TV or monitor, download Microsoft Flight Simulator, and you are flying within an hour. No building a PC, no driver installations, no blue screen of death, no troubleshooting of graphic settings, no audio hang-ups. I could go on for hours. Simplicity matters. And as we get a bit older, if we're not that tech savvy, the consoles are a lot more stable. Look, flight simulation, it's not for everyone. I love it. There's thousands of people around the world that love it, but it's not for everyone. Some people will try it, have a go with it for a while and decide it's not for them. So you really don't want to be going down a massive financial outlay if it's really not going to be for you. Having an Xbox console lets you test the waters properly. You get the full Microsoft Flight Simulator experience, beautiful graphics, real-world weather, thousands of airports, huge amount of places to go and explore and see, without the massive upfront investment. And then, after a few months, if you're regularly using it, you're loving it, and you find yourself getting more and more involved, well then you may want to have your own informed decision about moving into the world of the PC side of it. But if you do discover that it's not your thing, well, what's the worst that's happened? You've got yourself a gaming console that does much more than Microsoft Flight Simulator. Here's what quite a few people don't realize. An Xbox investment isn't totally wasted if you decide to go down the path of a PC later on. Yes, of course, your Xbox and PC are two different standalone items, but what's important is the hardware peripherals that you will buy to complement your Xbox, and I'm talking yoke setups, flight sticks, rudder pedals, those sorts of things. Well, guess what? They can move with you to the PC. You will not need to buy new equipment for that. You'll buy yourself a PC, but the hardware that you've been using with your Xbox, you can bring that with you. So in reality, you are not throwing your money away. And here's that bonus reason that no one's talking about. I like to call it the grandparent factor. If you've got grandkids who visit, or nieces and nephews or younger people, that Xbox to them isn't a flight simulator machine. It is a bridge between generations. You are going to be seen to be very, very cool. They can play their games on it. And you can show them how to fly a plane over your house. Suddenly, you guys have got something you can share together, and those memories will last a lifetime. I want to have a quick word about the other console, the PlayStation 5, and it's coming for Microsoft Flight Simulator in December 2025 this year. And it has some great advantages. VR support in 2026. Now that sounds exciting. So for those who've got PlayStation 5s already, you will have PSVR 2 capability. The Xbox does not have that. So unless virtual reality is a must-have for you as it relates to flight simulation, and you're not going down a PC path and you've got two consoles from which to choose from, an Xbox would be the better value choice. But here's the catch with the PlayStation. And I own a PlayStation, by the way. My driving simulator runs off of a PS5. It is a little bit more limited in relation to the flight-related hardware that you can get by comparison to an Xbox. Unlike an Xbox and a PC, where when you log in and you play multiplayer, you can see other pilots around you, the PlayStation ecosystem means that from a multiplayer point of view, you will not be able to play with others outside of a PlayStation ecosystem. And I think that's important to know. And not that that's an issue. It just means that if you're wanting to play with others, they will need to be PlayStation users as well. Okay, let's go and find this stuff. We're going to go and grab ourselves an Xbox. Now, I'm Australian based, obviously, but I want to do this in US. So I'm at Best Buy. Apparently that's one of your good retail stores over there. Let's go to the United States and see what we can find. I've got an Xbox Series S 512GB all-digital console with Xbox wireless controller. And as I said before, the Xbox S, that'll give you 1440p base gaming. Or I've got an Xbox X 1TB console with Xbox wireless controller. And as you can see, that's giving me the 4K gaming. Both will run Microsoft Flight Simulator. Depending on your budget, you either go for the Xbox X or the Xbox S. $650 versus $400. Now with your Xbox purchased, all you need to do now, other than hook that up to your TV, is get yourself a Game Pass. If you get yourself a Game Pass, you will have access to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Join Game Pass and you'll be presented with three options. And have a look at this. I'm hoping it's where you are right now. If you get Game Pass Essential, get your first month for $1. 1 month, you'll be able to try out Microsoft Flight Simulator for $1. After that, $12.95 per month. It's a subscription, but that subscription gives you 50 plus games. Yes, you may only want the one, but you've got access to 50. And remember what I said before about the grandparent factor. You can have some other games downloaded, and there's some other pretty cool ones out there. So you've got yourself that Xbox, be it the Xbox S or the Xbox X, 1440p versus 4K, your controller, you've hooked it up to the television, got yourself that Game Pass, downloaded Microsoft Flight Simulator, and you are away. Initially with one of these, albeit this is a PlayStation 5 controller. And it feels okay. But maybe you just want to go and grab yourself that little bit of hardware. You want to get that flight stick, that yoke, maybe some rudder pedals. Let me take you down the path of what I would go and buy if I was to couple that with an Xbox. So here I am at the Micro Center website. Here is the Turtle Beach Velocity One Flight Universal Control System for Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One and Windows. This unit will work flawlessly on your Xbox and it'll transfer across to a PC. $400 US. Now, if you don't want to go for the Turtle Beach Velocity One yoke and throttle quadrant setup, then here's a cheaper alternative in a simple joystick. $140 US, again by Turtle Beach. And I don't have this product, but looking at it here, this joystick doesn't look too bad at all. It's got some what would be configurable buttons and some slider points as well. So you could customize and configure that. So if you want to go for a cheaper joystick-based alternative, this may not be a bad selection. But there are others, so feel free to do your own research. So if you want those rudder pedals as well, again, Micro Center has the full range of Turtle Beach equipment from what I can see. These rudder pedals here, the Turtle Beach Velocity One rudder pedals, fully compatible with Xbox and PC, $320 US. Coincidentally, these are the exact rudder pedals that I have on my setup right now. So there is my recommendations if you had nothing in front of you and you wanted to get into flight simulation with Microsoft Flight Simulator. Start with an Xbox Series S if you want 1440p graphics, or for a few extra $100, go for the Xbox X and you will get 4K based graphics. Couple that with a Game Pass for Microsoft Flight Simulator and you are pretty well on your way. Now you can run this thing with a controller, as you know. You don't need anything else, but if you want another layer of immersion and grab yourself a flight yoke or flight stick and some rudder pedals, well, I've given you my thoughts around the Turtle Beach Velocity 1 series. I think personally they would be a great first starter point, transferable to PC, and you can let that ecosystem grow with you over time. All right then, well all you've got to do now is go and do a bit of shopping, grab that gear and get yourself up and flying. When you do, please drop a comment down below and let me know where you have been. Where have you flown? I would love to hear it and engage in that conversation. And if you'd like a really good, in-depth, unbiased review of the Turtle Beach hardware that I have spoken about today, then I encourage you to go and check out YouTube channel G-Lock Media. He runs a whole bunch of reviews on hardware and other different peripherals for flight simulation. Go and check him out, you won't be disappointed. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video, and I hope it was of benefit to you. If you did like it, please do me a favour and hit the like button. The algorithm absolutely loves it apparently, and will push this YouTube out accordingly for others to see. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Won't cost you anything, and hit that notification bell as well, and you can catch up with all of the videos that I produce over time. Once again, thanks for watching. I've really enjoyed making this video, and I look forward to catching up with you on the next one.